Okay, hi, welcome. So in this video, I'm going to read over my essay for the one university I first got accepted for. It is Cal Baptist. And I changed a few things up, like my email and my actual phone number, because I don't want that getting out. So pretend there's like a real email and then a real phone number at the top of the page. So this video is going to probably be a little bit longer because I'm just going to do a heavy emphasis on what, you know, your personal statement should look like. For this one, I didn't do a title page because it didn't require a title page. I'll probably show you what a title page looks like for this, for other grad school application personal statement essays. But let's just get into it. So once you have your title page, you're going to have your name, first thing right up there, full name, first and last name, and then whatever personal email that you like to use. I wouldn't suggest your school email because by the time you're putting out these grad school applications, and know what decision you want to make, you're probably not going to have your school email anymore. So do like a personal email that sounds professional, or one that you just use on a daily basis that the college or yourself can identify your application with. And then you don't have to put your phone number, but it's probably best so colleges can reach out to you as well, not just by email, but by phone number. And then also put the date that you finished or are going to be submitting this on. So I finished this statement of purpose or personal statement letter on October 28th of 2024. So you're going to put October 28th, 2024. And then you have to be very specific about the type of program, like the title of the program, and who you're going to be titling this letter to. So in this case, it's going to be the admissions committee or the graduate admissions committee, University, California Baptist University, the program, Masters of Counseling Psychology program, and then the actual university address. So you just put the street name, place, state, zip code, and then you can just start out, dear admissions committee, dear graduate admissions committee, dear California Baptist University. But for more of just more for formality, you can do dear admissions committee, because you don't want to be it's like you don't know what specific person you're sending this to. You're technically sending your whole entire application to the admissions office for the program, the graduate admissions office. So I'm just going to read over, and then we can go over the whole entire essay. And there is some personal stuff, so you're going to be learning a few things about me. So here we go. Dear Admissions Committee, I am writing to express my sincere interest in applying for the Master of Science in Counseling Psychology program at California Baptist University. My passion for mental health, combined with my desire to integrate my faith into therapeutic practice, has led me to pursue a career as a therapist. I believe that the Masters of Science in Counseling Psychology program at CBU will provide the academic and spiritual foundation necessary for me to develop into a compassionate and effective therapist. And then for each section, you title it. So, purpose for entering the program. And this allows for the actual graduate admissions office to have an easier perspective on how to read your personal statement or your statement of purpose, because it flows better if you title each section, because it just divides it up. So, purpose for entering the program. My purpose for entering the counseling psychology program is rooted in a strong desire to help individuals and families heal from emotional and psychological challenges. I have witnessed firsthand the power of therapy transforming lives, and I am committed to becoming a therapist who can offer clients the support and tools they need to overcome their specific struggles. By becoming a licensed therapist, I aim to address issues such as trauma, anxiety, and family conflict. This will provide a foundation for individuals to rebuild their lives and relationships. The CBU Counseling Psychology program appeals to me because of its emphasis on blending Christian values with evidence based therapeutic practices. This aligns with my vision of counseling as not only a scientific endeavor, but also a calling to provide holistic care that considers both the mind and soul. Experiences that directed my interest in becoming a therapist. My interest in becoming a therapist has been shaped by both academic and personal experiences. Growing up in a complex family dynamic, I witnessed the significance that unresolved emotional issues can have on individuals and relationships. From my parents' divorce, moving across the country, and the challenges of living in a dysfunctional blended family, has deepened my empathy for others and fueled my passion to understand how family environments affect mental health. Academically, I am completing my bachelor's degree of psychology at East Tennessee State University, where my coursework and research projects have solidified my interest in counseling. Currently, one of the most significant academic experiences I have had is conducting research on how childhood trauma affects attachment styles in adult romantic relationships. This research has further illuminated how early experiences impact emotional regulation and interpersonal dynamics, pushing my passion for helping individuals work through their past trauma to achieve healthier relationships. Professionally, I work as an office assistant at a primary care clinic where I have had the opportunity to observe the importance of individualized care. Volunteering at an after school program, and there is a few typos in this. So, volunteering at an after school program for children also exposed me to challenges many young people face, especially in underserved communities. These experiences have strengthened my path to become a therapist who provides accessible and culturally sensitive care to not just individuals, but families as well. Religious background and spiritual growth. My Christian faith has been an important aspect of my life since childhood, even in the midst of my parents' divorce. We attended church as a family. During the process of the divorce being finalized, my mother, two brothers, and I regularly attended Saddleback Church in California. Every Sunday, we participated in worship and various church programs across Orange County that allowed us the opportunity to help the less fortunate, which instilled in me the values of service and compassion for others. These experiences played a critical role in shaping my spiritual foundation and my desire to support individuals in need. Since moving to Tennessee, I have been living in a more dysfunctional family environment, which has impacted my ability to attend church regularly. However, I maintain a personal relationship with God, and prayer remains an important part of my spiritual life. My faith continues to guide my decisions and shape my aspiration to become a therapist who provides both emotional and spiritual support to others. I'm excited to further deepen my spiritual growth through the counseling psychology program at CBU, where faith is integrated with professional practice. Reasons for choosing CBU. I am drawn to California Baptist University's a Master's of Science in Counseling Psychology program because of its unique integration of faith and psychology. CBU's commitment to developing counselors who are both academically prepared and spiritually grounded resonates with my own values and goals for the future. I am excited about the opportunity to study in a Christ-centered environment that emphasizes both professional excellence and spiritual development. The focus on holistic care at CBU, combined with the opportunity of clinical training, will prepare me to provide compassionate and effective therapy to individuals and families. I believe that CBU's focus on service and community aligns perfectly with my desire to make a positive impact in the lives of others. Thank you for considering my application. I look forward to growing academically, professionally, and spiritually at California Baptist University and to contribute to the field of counseling psychology in a meaningful way. Sincerely, Caitlin Carson. So that's the whole thing. So that's the essay I got accepted for. That program, I needed no letters of recommendation at all. So now you can understand this essay was the main foundation of my acceptance there, which is kind of crazy to think about. I don't think if I didn't write this, I probably would not have gotten accepted. And for this program, this is also really crazy. I'm just going to talk a little bit more before I actually go in depth about the actual structure of the statement of purpose of the personal statement letter. But what's crazy is that this program, I did my research on it, they only accept around 100 students. And so I'm just thinking about how many students in California probably applied for it. And then I'm all the way across the country in Tennessee. And so it's kind of freaks me out. But here's the thing, that's their largest program. 100 students is pretty large for a graduate program. Most of these programs that I've looked into for counseling psychology, marriage, family therapy, et cetera, most programs don't even have 50 students. So I'm very fortunate enough to even be accepted to a program in California. And I'm very, very, very thankful for that. Like very tearing up a little bit. But let's go over structure. So of course you start out with your admissions committee, and then you just express your interest in why you're applying for the program, your desire, what career you want to pursue in the future, and then how does the program apply to you? Why is it necessary for you? Like, what type of foundation is it going to provide for you? And how will this affect you in going into the career you want to go into in the future? And so basically that introduction right there, where you say, "Dear admissions committee," and then you have this whole paragraph right there, is basically introducing the rest of the statement of purpose, or the personal statement for you. And then you go in depth throughout the rest of the essay. So then, purpose for entering the program. You just dive in, explaining your purpose. What is it? Explanation. I can't like fully say like totally in depth, but how that purpose applies to you, how it connects to the program, the experiences into how that connects to the purpose, and then how this program appeals to you and how it aligns with your career, with what you want to do, and how that will impact you in your future career. And then after that, You can go into experiences that drove you towards your interest and the career that you want to go into, in which that's connected to the program that you applied for. So in this case, for me, it's becoming a therapist. And so you'll have to explain like both academic and personal experiences. Not to say you don't have to have academic or personal experiences, but most grad programs are going to have certain requirements like word count, um, different areas that you need to write about in your personal statement or statement of purpose. And in this case, it also included academic and personal experiences. And so I just talked about, if you had a complex family dynamic, how that impacted you and how that made you a better person, or other things that you need to work on. And then academically, like where you're getting your bachelor's degree at, why you're getting it there, and then signifying any type of coursework in research projects or any type of groups that you've been a part of, or any conversations that you've been a part of that, really facilitated your reason of wanting to go into the program and wanting to go into the career that you want to go into. And so you just provide a very much in-depth explanation. And then professionally. So any jobs that you've had, any volunteering experience, how that has strengthened your passion for for the career you want to go into. And then in this case, since this is a Christian university, they did ask about religious background and spiritual growth. And so I explained my Christian faith, you know, my background about that, a little bit turbulent there, but I'm still working on it. And then what how this impacted you. Like how does your religious background and spiritual growth impact you, and how it plays a significant role in the career you want to go into. And then I did even further explanation since moving to Tennessee, yada yada yada. And then about how prayer remains an important part of my spiritual life. And then even more explanation about my faith. And then usually the very last section, like right before you say, "Thank you for considering my application," with a conclusion, you express your reasons. Like restate a little bit, but don't make it sound redundant. Don't make it sound repetitive. So just in the reasons for choosing the university, reasons for choosing the program, you explain it in a very unique way, in your own way. That your essay is your own thing. This is what I'm gonna say. As a person that edited essays for my freshman and sophomore years of college, because it was mandatory by the class, um, I kind of gained this knowledge. If you are not interested in what you are writing about, how are you going to write the full paper? So, whenever you're writing these essays, you have to be passionate. You have to be interested in what you want to do. Because applying for these grad programs, it's not a joke. You can't take advantage of that. Like you can't take advantage of these applications. This is your time to show who you are. And I think that's very special because in high school, you're very limited in how you're supposed to write, like structure wise, because I felt average in high school. And then now being able to write in college, I'm able to express myself more. So use your undergrad years and also use the time that you're writing these essays for grad school to explore more about yourself, because I did. I explored some really deep personal details about myself that I didn't think I was going to um, reflect and have introspection on. But I got sidetracked there. But for the reasons for choosing the college, you go in depth, of course, about the reasons for choosing the college and how this applies, what's the importance of it, and then what you hope to get out of the program. That's one thing that they look for. What they want to see what you think that you will get out of the program when it comes to just the program itself and how it will apply to your future career. Like what are the certain principles? What are the certain explanations, factors? What are you going to be utilizing? Like in this instance, the holistic care at CBU, and then the opportunity of clinical training, etc., etc. And then you end it out with saying, thank you for considering my application. And then you just do one little finishing sentence to wrap it all up. And they do sincerely, and then your full name. And of course, all my other papers don't exactly look like this, but what also helped me, so this is a tip. I would say the first personal statement or statement of purpose that you write, use that as a template for all the other programs that you will be writing for. And of course, not all programs are gonna have you write the exact same thing. Like, that was probably the most difficult thing. Like, they're not broad in a sense, nor are they limited, but they all have some similar expectations to write about and some differences because they were all relatively different. Like I still had to explain like my reasons for choosing a program and going in depth and all that. But use that first one that you type out as a little rough template, and then you can just add on from there. I'm not saying copy, paste, copy, paste. You do not want to do that. You're applying for grad school. You don't want to be copying and pasting stuff. You want to be editing those essays, editing those letters, because you're showing the colleges who you are, what person you are, and what career you want to go into, and how is this program, how is this university significant to you, and how that will play just a whole role, not just in your career, but for the rest of your life. Grad school is serious. It's a serious thing, and it will play a significant role for the rest of your life. Like this, typing these papers, especially this one, made me realize like how significant of a decision I am making for myself. And I kind of felt liberating. I'm not gonna lie about that. It felt liberating. So, you know, these essays, these statement of purpose letters are a really good time for you to reflect about yourself and show who you are. I can't emphasize that enough. Reflect and show who you truly are and your interests. Because if you're not interested, how are they going to believe the words on the piece of paper? But that's the prime essay. So if you need any help, I'm going to stop sharing. If you need any help with these essays or need any more tips on how to structure it, don't be afraid to put something down in the comments. But yes, it it's a process. It's a process. It's a time of reflection. And if anyone's like typing up stuff right now, I wish you the best of luck. But I'll be sharing more of the essays because, of course, there's like 10 other ones. but I hope everyone has a good day.